Howdy, it's Uncle Paul, and I am on my way for a subscriber meetup at Mother Neff State Park. The main I've been really looking hard at those. The main criticism those get, or those kinds of frameless packs, is the lack of airflow behind your back. My thing about using my trekking poles as part of to hold up my tent, I just afraid I'm gonna need my trekking poles, you know, to go get water, go to the bathroom, or go look at a view. Well, I was just telling the guys, the water was really flowing good when I was here last with my nephew. Of course, we didn't come to the pond, we missed this turn off, but the stream isn't flowing. The duck pond out there, or whatever it is, is not, it's pretty well drying up. Okay, we're at the CCC table, the Civilian Conservation Corps table here in the park. And George from Plano on the left, and Gary from Florence on the right. And we're just kind of taking a little break. Mike DeHart, my buddy Mike's supposed to show up. He's here in the park finally, and he'll catch up to us. But one thing I wanted to point out was Gary's, what do you call that thing? Is it a fanny pack?
Yeah.
Okay, turn around so we can get a look at that. So he's got a pouch, and it's got two pockets there for water bottles or whatever, and
pockets on the side.
And pockets on the side. I don't think I've seen fanny packs, but they didn't have all that stuff to them, so that's kind of new to me. How long have you had that?
I don't even remember buying it. It's been a while.
So I'm sure that comes in handy. So, and now George, did you remember what your pack is? You just have had it for a long time, right?
It has a sign on it. I don't even remember.
Yeah, it's got like the cross on it, like it's a Swiss.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is.
Swiss thing, you know. So they've been doing this for a while. They've got.
Freak out. Yeah.
Whoa.
Rocks.
So, tell you what, well, you can see well enough. I'm afraid to turn on the light.
Get a face full of them.
Granddaddy Longlegs. I've never seen that many bunched together. We're in what they call the cave. Hey, Gary, go poke him with your trekking pole. Hey, we'll get Mike to do it. Mike's crazy. He'll do anything. And there were some more he saw. Wow, I have to get a picture.
Having a good time?
Yeah. Well, Mike's finally joined the party. Mike's hike. So we were so fast, he had a hard time catching up with us.
I was slow.
But we are now we're together, and we're going to go up and we're going to see the tower that was built by the CCC back in the day. So, okay, everybody, We know Mike's fresh, you know. So how you guys feeling? We ate a snack a while ago at the cave. So you and I have to come back out sometime and catch the cave and camp.
Yeah, my wife and I went to the cave once before. And
okay.
Man, you can just envision some Indians camping there and stuff because you know the stream bed goes right past it.
Right.
Oh.
You know what's camping there now?
Snakes.
Granddaddy Longlegs.
Oh yeah.
A huge pile.
I think I can win a fight with one of those.
Yeah.
See all these grass? That's camouflage for cupper.
Yeah, exactly. Thankfully, we haven't run up on any. But
it's too hot. Even the snakes.
Yeah,
inside.
that's true. They're smart. They're the smart. Okay. Oh, is that a? Oh yeah. Well, that's a little gorge right there. I don't know if you can tell, but this is the Bluff Loop Trail, I think, or it's a shortcut to it. It's hard to tell. There's probably usually water when it's raining well. But see, this is kind of dangerous. We're not just taking it easy out here in Central Texas.
And I took the little setup for the liquid alcohol or solid fuel. It's got a little stand and stuff.
Yeah.
This fits right down in there.
Right.
And I don't want it to rattle around. And and see, and then this. And I keep this little, you know, most people get rid of this little sack, but it keeps it together for me.
Yeah.
This weighs 1 pound with the lighter.
Yeah, you know how it feels when you're walking across a trampoline?
Yes.
That's how these feel.
Really?
I mean, your feet sink when you put pressure on them, and then it bounces back up.
So you don't feel like it bogs you down any?
No.
It's kind of springy.
Yep.
What brand are those again?
Luca?
Hoka? Hoka shoes. He says they're very comfortable. He likes his Keens too, though, which is what I have. It is hot. We're making the last walk here to the vehicles. And we're going to figure out how far we went today, but we've taken our time, enjoyed it, sat at the picnic table for a good while. Actually, got a good little breeze there, and a couple times. But it's 12, a little after 12:30, and we've had a good time.
Like us feel better.
Seemed like fun. Okay, here's a map that's got mileage on it here outside the nice visitor center. Very nice. It's pretty new too. And we're trying to determine. We think we went about 12 miles. No, just kidding. How far do we think we went?
4 miles.
Let's say 4.
Yeah, he said 4.
Okay, 4.
At least 4.
I'm not going to argue with the man. So, anyway, guys, I really appreciate it. Appreciate y'all coming out here and suffering with me. And well, is there anything you guys, any advice you want to give anybody out there, or anything you want to say to YouTube?
Get out, outdoors and hike. In the shade.
In the shade, that's right. Amen. And if you don't, carry plenty of water, but just do it in the shade. Ooh, all right. Well, thanks for letting us in with air conditioning and for giving us your time on answering questions. Okay. George, you ready to go? Took off your pants. That's a big lesson to you right there. I like that. Well, it's sometime Saturday evening, and
I'm sitting out in the shed now. I recovered in the house and the air conditioning, but organizing the shed has kind of been my project this past week. So, but anyway, I came out here to spend a little time with Hurley, and the family's all off out of town or doing stuff. So that last picture that you saw, me with my arm around that guy, that's Don. And I really wasn't expecting to see him out there this morning. He was the first person I saw when I drove up. Of course, he used to work for us for many years, and but he got cancer. Thankfully, he's cancer-free now, and he had some surgery yesterday, and so he really wasn't up to doing any hiking today, especially in that heat. And I know it got up to probably 104. They were the forecast called for 104, 105. So I'm pretty sure it was 103 or 4 before we quit. Yeah, it was. I had a good time. I don't know about the other guys, but George was sitting there and he came from Plano, which is a 2.5 hour drive, and he got there early because he didn't know exactly what time I said. He was thinking 8 o'clock, I think. So he got there before 8. And then Gary came from Florence. He lives in the around Florence somewhere, which about an hour, a little over an hour drive, and it's south of Killeen, Texas. So he's not too far away. And then, of course, my buddy Mike with Mike's Hike is his channel. He was going to be there before we started, but he had an issue with work, and that delayed him, so we had to hook up with him, as you saw on the trail. So, but anyway, we just really enjoyed talking about, hiking, of course, and we talked about gear, and we talked about different trails, and they asked me some questions about the AT. We talked about the people that were watching on YouTube that are doing the AT or the PCT, and just all kinds of stuff. So, we really enjoyed it, and it's something that, of course, I plan on doing again, maybe when it gets a little bit cooler. So I just wanted to thank George and Gary and Don and Mike for coming out. I really appreciate it, and hope you guys had a good time. It's clouding up out there now, wouldn't you know? It looks like it's about to rain. But I was glad to get out and get in the heat, get on the trail again, and get rocks and roots under my feet, and experience some of that actual weather, instead of just being in the gym. So I think next week, guys, I don't know if it's next week or maybe in a couple of weeks, I have some gear questions that I want to run by you guys and just see what you have to say, what your advice is. I really don't plan on buying anything. Probably, it depends on what it is, but probably not until early next year, because I still plan on going in April and hitting the trail then, starting Harper's Ferry, going north. So I've still got time to do equipment, but I'm just researching some things now, getting opinions. So I'll probably ask you a few things next week, see what you think. So, okay, guys, thanks again, and I will see you next week.